You think it's over? You think the Nijisanji drama is over? Oh yeah, we're not done talking about it. we ain't done talking about it. We ain't done talking about the you know. Yeah, I know. I have it here. I'm watching the stuff that kind of interests me a little bit more because I want to see what the Niji thing was, what's about or so. Hey, Hollow, how you doing there, hun? Welcome to the streamer. So, Gojira killed it at the Olympics. It was amazing. No, I haven't seen anything about the Olympics, to be honest. I just don't watch the Olympics, so doesn't really interest me as much. So, but yeah. Anyways, I want to take a look at. Hey, Hollow. I want to take a look at the. No, I haven't watched anything on the Olympic related. It just doesn't interest me as much personally. So, like I said, let's talk about what's going on. Why Michi? So apparently Michi exposes Nijisanji. Let's find out what she exposed. I'm curious because I assume this is why she left or something like that. I thought it was just the tax stuff that was making her wanted to quit or so or whatever. I'd be curious what else kind of like forced her or decided to leave or so.
So today we're gonna be taking a look over at V Shoujo's Michi because in a recent,
To be honest, I'm glad Michi is doing well though. At the end of the day, though, I'm glad Michi's doing well. You know, she's having some fun time. You know, I approve. I'll give some thumbs up to it. So.
the stream, she addressed some more reasons as to why she may have left Nijisanji. This reason giving us more of a look into just how much Nijisanji loves their YouTube play buttons that
See, now if you sign up for Nijisanji to become a VTuber for Nijisanji, right? I'm like, I don't want to see any like, oh, I'm taking a break for my mental health. I don't want to see none of that shenanigans because we all know where we heard this from specifically, that people take breaks or so for their mental health, especially in Nijisanji. The most is Nijisanji, right? So things be happening behind the scenes, you know? Usually it's not a great thing
that their talents get for them. You know, the YouTube play buttons that the talents just, you know, do not receive, and instead Nijisanji keeps inside of their office building as little awards. So this is what Michi had to say about the time that she went to the Nijisanji office.
Once upon a time, I dreamt that I was traveling, right? I was traveling and I decided to visit the place that I worked for. Yes, in my dream. Let's not say I. Let's just say Bethany, okay? Once upon a time, a girl named Bethany was traveling, and Bethany decided to visit a built-in office in which Bethany was working for. And during that visit, Bethany was very excited, you know, because this is where Bethany is working. So Bethany was very excited. And then as they were giving like the tour and etc., Bethany saw that on the walls there were a bunch of cool achievements. One of them had Bethany's name on it. And Bethany wanted to take a picture. But no can do. That's okay. That's okay. You know, Bethany understood. Sometimes privacy is a very big thing. And Bethany is a very private person. So Bethany did not take mind into that. But then during this time, Bethany made a joke about jokingly being like, you know, the hand gesture where you like, oh, shh, yoink. You know what I mean? So Bethany made a joke being like, ooh, shh, yoink. Like that. And like laughing about it. And then Bethany got scolded for making a distasteful joke. Now, was Bethany right?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Only 2 minutes in and I'm just like, what the hell? What? We got upset over that? No way, dude. Alright, Yeah, you know what? Let's just keep let her talk. Let her. I'm gonna let her talk. I gotta hear the whole entire story.
No, perhaps that is a bad joke, but considering Bethany was working in the entertainment industry, Bethany thought people would take jokes easily and not have people think that Bethany was actually a thief. And a little bit, that made Bethany feel pretty bad. Because it made Bethany feel like, wait a minute, did they really think that Bethany would steal? What kind of person do you think Bethany is? You know what? Bethany had an ego. 100%. So Bethany's not completely in the right. But it did kind of hurt Bethany's ego just a little bit. Where Bethany realized, what kind of person do you think I am? Like, why are you for real scolding Bethany? Right? For making what is clearly a joke. Did you take it seriously? Did you really think Bethany would do that? And the scolded was, we will kick you out of the building, scold. And Bethany, that hurt Bethany's feelings. That sucked. That sucked. And I was like,
Whoa, jeez. Okay. It's not that serious, to be honest. God damn, dude. People at Nijisanji are so uptight up the ass, to be honest. It feels like they got a stick up their ass, to be honest. Holy shit. You can't joke around. You can't joke around them, or else they're gonna be like, or else they're gonna come after you. They're gonna slap you. They're gonna slap you with a freaking wooden spoon or something, you know? God, Lord.
Interesting, Bethany said. And Bethany was like, that's a joke. And then they're like, I get it, but, you know, you gotta understand, I can't have that happen here. And Bethany said, okay, I'm sorry, I understand, I went too far. But deep down Bethany's heart, they're like, what the what the fuck is that? Am I not allowed to just pretend, yoink, you know? Bethany's like, Bethany not only is not allowed to just take a picture of Bethany's own stuff, Bethany can't even joke about it. And that made Bethany feel very, very weird. Because Bethany was like, damn, that's weird. And then the straw that broke the camel's back was the money thing. So all of that altogether kind of was Bethany's tipping point. But I don't know who Bethany is. And I'm making the story up. So, yeah, I don't know who Bethany is. And this is just a dream. So, yes, thank you for listening to my story about a girl named Bethany. Justice for Bethany!
This receiving replies over on Reddit saying, what?
Gee, oh my god, dude. Like, people still support this company even to this day? That sucks for Bethany. Lucky all this is just a dream. Yeah, we're just lucky that this is all a dream, right? This is just all a dream. It's not real, you know. GG going at it from January consistency level platinum. Dude, like I'm gonna be honest with you, like even if I'm like financially struggling, right? And Nijisanji is the only grace and loving care and like the only fucking VTuber agency that would accept me, right? Out of all the VTuber agencies, right? I still wouldn't accept it. I don't care how much financial shit I would have issues, right? And I know that Nijisanji would probably be like the one that would help me out specifically, right? For the exposure and the connections and all of this other shit, you know, and you know, and whatnot, right? And I'm just people like still support this. Like, come on, dude. Like people support this. And then on top of that, you know, you had all the things that happened in the background, specifically that someone almost Minecraft respawned themselves, you know. It's kind of like, I'm like, I don't know what more proof do you really need, to be honest. Like, I just to be honest, if you wanna support it, man, go right ahead. Go eat a bag of dicks, I guess. You know, shit. Go and make sure you enjoy that bag of dicks, I guess. You know, but for me, I'm just gonna be like, sorry, no, thank you. I'm just gonna go I'm just gonna go somewhere else, to be honest. So, but yeah, my one of my Oshis, which is Doki Bird, at least left the company. So yeah, that's true.
What a joke company. We will get more of these stories over the years, obviously, just reinforce what we already know. Someone else said, imagine getting scolded for an extremely obvious yoink joke. What's next? They're gonna ask the liars to kiss the hand that feeds them 2% the Godfather style.
Can I see? Hold on. Can I see something real quick? God, Riku really is a fucking schmaug. Hogging all the play buttons in his pile of unearned riches and yachts. Damn, dude. That's crazy, to be honest. That's actually crazy. They just have all the play buttons literally on the wall, and it doesn't even go to the streamers. It goes directly straight to their offices, and doesn't even like they don't even get to see it. They don't even get to hold it. They don't get to do nothing. It's just there. The play button is just literally just there.
Yoink joke. What's next? They're gonna ask the liars to kiss the hand that feeds them 2% the Godfather style. Turns out if you quote just ask, it actually gets you kicked out of the building. I'm so glad she got out of that hellhole. And this is in response to the thing.
So this is the reason why there's a lot of people who say who like how like some of the new recent wave or so for Niji, right? A lot of them would say like, oh, you can do so much better. This company is terrible. Wow, leave before it's too late. I know you can do better. Like, these people just generally just care about these VTubers specifically. They don't want to see these specific VTubers fall into the issues that has been happening with Nijisanji. But hey, at the end of the day, right, they're adults. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. If they want to get themselves into shit, then let them get themselves into shit. Let them learn the hard way. At the end of the day, right? They're adults. They're living life at a very young, early age, and if they want to make mistakes, let them make mistakes. So, yeah.
Thing that Claude said when he said that people can just ask for their play buttons if they want them, but none of the talents have ever talked about actually getting their play buttons. So do none of them ever ask for it? I highly doubt that. Now, in that same stream, Michi went on and talked a lot more and exposed some more things about her quote-unquote dream that she had. It's quite a lot, but I will post a clip in the description of this video if you want to go take a look at it. There's two different clips that you can watch, one being only like 28 minutes, the other one being an hour and 20 minutes.
Jesus Christ, holy cow, that is a long time, to be honest. But it should be for the VTuber, not the company she worked for that. Apparently not with Nijisanji.
If you want to watch everything that Michi had to say about this dream job. At the end of the clip I showed, she talked about the tax reasons being the thing that broke the camel's back, and we've actually talked about that in a previous video. Basically, Nijisanji screwed her over on taxes and made her, really, really late for her taxes because they were supposed to be taking care of it, but they weren't, and instead she had to pay back a lot of taxes. It was a really screwed up situation and just showed just how bad Nijisanji can be. So again, if you want to check out the full VOD, it will be linked down below.
They're bad at managing money. They're bad at doing their taxes. They're bad at fucking managing their talents. They're bad at fucking doing projects. They're bad at managing the concerts. Man, dude, what else do you really need or so that they're bad at managing a lot of things, to be honest? It's just kind of like, dude. What is this company made out of? Sticks and bubble gum or something? Like, God, man, Jesus Christ.
Below, but I will also have two different clip channels linked down below.
They're
for you
bad
to check
at
out
math?
if you want.
How is that possible? How could they be bad at math? That makes no sense. Kurosanji's job is to screw you over. Apparently, yeah. TwitchCon is coming soon. I doubt Niji would even manage that. Wait, there's another TwitchCon? What the fuck? Didn't they just had one just recently? What the hell?
To do so. Now, in other news, Christmas has come early for game.
They good at buying more yachts. Yeah, they can count. At least they can count up to yachts or so. They count like 1 yacht, 2 yachts, 3 yachts, 4 yachts. Probably bad at calculations on how bad the company is. Yeah, that's true. TwitchCon San Diego? I don't know anything about TwitchCon, to be honest.
Gamer subs enjoyers. Right now, you can get a free gift with every tub that you purchase. You can receive a free shaker, t-shirt, small merch item, sweatshirts, and even
for me, it would be pretty cool to join a company just for the experience or so, to learn to learn the woodworks behind the scenes, you know.
Boxing
I think it would
gloves.
be
This
pretty
is, of
cool,
course, for a
personally.
limited time while the supply.
Basically, like the do's and don'ts, you know, and like what to do, you know, when running these kinds of companies.
Last, so please make sure to place your order as soon as possible, and be sure to use code KYO at checkout for 10% off all of your orders. Now back to the video. As in some other news, I do want to take a look over at Sayu, because she tweeted out, "I'll be honest, I know I'm not even working as hard as I should or could be, but I'm so tired of trying. I honestly don't think I'll ever reach the happiness that I want. In our current world, we struggle so much for so little. I'm not someone who thinks it is worth it even half the time, so I really respect those who still struggle against the odds regardless." And this received a ton of heartfelt replies, like VTuber Meme saying, "You are doing great, Sayu, keep it up. I know it's easier said than done to tell you not to doubt yourself, but me personally, I think you're doing great and will reach more greatness if you keep it up as you already are." Parrot said, "Not pushing yourself to be on schedule and just having fun makes work flow easily for me, plus the end product is better. That, and if I don't work on videos, the voices get louder." Sayu responded to that response from Parrot saying, "This is so much easier to do with YouTube videos and streams. I'm just not a YouTube-styled creator, and unfortunately, the punishment that streamers get for being inconsistent is just absolutely crushing for me. It only sinks guilt in further when we want to take time to do something new." I do want to talk about that point a little bit, because streamers, yeah, if you're inconsistent with streams, your streams are going to suffer for that. If you take a long-ass break away from streaming, you'll come back to not even half the viewership you had before, which is very, very light.
That's very true, to be honest. I'll be honest with you. When the problem with content creators specifically, right? You can't take a break, you know. If you do take a break, unfortunately, like you suffer with like less viewers or so when you come back specifically, you know. I understand specifically, because this is a very common thing or so when it comes to content creating. Like I've seen it. Like I've seen it a lot. So I know this for a fact, that, you know, there is the burnout, you know, the burnout specifically when it comes to content creating alone. And then with streams being inconsistent, you know, it kind of really depends. What you're kind of like. For me specifically, right? I have to do the thumbnails. I haven't even done the thumbnails for like the gameplay videos specifically, right? Because I want to upload, you know, my Woo Wall Let's Play. I want to upload the Uno thing as well. But like I need to do the thumbnails for those things. So I'm kind of like thinking of what can I do specifically for those. I don't know if I just want to like just post the AI image that one of my chatters made specifically for the Uno thing, and just post it up there and just have it like that. Or I don't know, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like even I don't have that much money to hire an editor, or to hire a thumbnail artist, at least for me specifically, to make a thumbnail for me. So I just don't have that kind of resource specifically. So I kind of do a lot of things on my own. And if I want to learn something new, right? The problem is like it takes time, and then I have to like make, you know, because like I told you specifically, like I'm taking art classes, right? So I have to cut down time for myself, right? So what I've done, right, is cut time for myself specifically. So now it's a lot more shorter. So it's a lot more shorter time, right, for me to have me time now. So it's a lot shorter compared to how it is before. And then I do video editing and then thumbnails. I can do it both at the same time, but it kind of drains me pretty fast or so. So that's why I changed it to, because I used to do video rendering and then do thumbnails immediately on top of it. But then now I do video rendering, do all the videos rendering first, and then do the thumbnails right after. And then, after that, I do my next project that I need to do specifically. And then, then the following day after that, if I don't take a break, of course, if I don't get a single day to myself. The problem is with Thursday, like I'm like passing out most of the times in my chair, which software? Adobe Premiere. For me, like a lot of the times, like on Thursday, exactly what I do with projects. Yeah, so like for me specifically, like alone, right? I'll be on Thursday, I'll be doing work, right? I'll be rendering videos specifically, but then most of the times I'd be passing out in my chair a lot just because I'm just so tired. I'm just like really, really, really tired. And then after that, if I don't do like, because like the problem is like I'm always like watching the videos, right? For those who don't know, right, I've now recently started watching my VODs, like the VODs that I record or so specifically, because the reason why is because I had a couple videos in the past or so that got messed up for some apparent reason after the rendering. They were fine before the rendering because I watch it before, just a little bit or so, just skim it through. And then after the rendering, for some apparent reason, there's been like, I don't know, like 1 or 2, 3 videos or something like that that got completely messed up, so I had to delete them or so. Because for some apparent reason they went black screen for some odd apparent reason. I have no idea why. So now I literally watch those videos to making sure, you know, while they're in the background specifically, while I'm working on thumbnails at the same time. So I'm basically kind of like rewatching my, you know, can stay her own voice. What do you mean stay? Saru? What do you mean? What are you talking about, huh? But yeah, overall, like I rewatch the videos on the same day on Thursday, and then while I'm working on the thumbnails, sometimes I don't even finish it all in a single day because sometimes I just pass out. Yeah, for some apparent reason, you know. But for some apparent reason, you know, if I don't get through on Thursday, I finish it on Friday. And then on Saturday specifically, I have a small time for myself, a small time for myself to play, you know, because I also do my gacha games, right? I do Honkai Star Rail, right? I do my dailies, I do what I need to do, and I jump over to Zenless Zone Zero. Then from Zenless Zone Zero, I jump over to what is it? Brown Dust 2, then Brown Dust 2 to Reverse 1999, then Reverse 1999 to PGR, and then I do PGR Taiwanese, PGR, and then I do Withering Waves, and then I do Snowbreak. But all of those are just kind of like, you know, all of those are just completely daily stuff. But it takes about, kind of really depends. If there's like an event or so that's about to end pretty soon, then I probably spend a little bit more time trying to finish it really fast, you know, just breeze through it and get over with it. And then from there, from that specific schedule, I jump over to the video editing, and then from the video editing, I jump over to the thumbnails, and then the thumbnails, and there. And then if I don't finish anything on Friday specifically, right, because I'm also doing thumbnails for the for the gameplay, right, the video gameplay specifically. Then I try to do it on Saturday, right? I try to do it on Saturday because I'm drawing these out, right? I'm drawing these out on Saturday specifically. And then, well, you know, Lord behold. The one thing that I am also doing too is because I'm also doing song projects too as well on top of that, but that has been halted right now at the moment, right? The song projects right now, my covers and everything that I've been working on, that I've been working in the background or so, it's been halted because my friend got in a car crash, and then they also got COVID on top of that. So there's no update on that until he feels better specifically. So there's that specifically as well. I have to re-record a scene or so for the concert, which I haven't even done on top of that. And then also, I'm still working on some Fuse songs that I'm mixing in with specifically there. And then, what am I missing? I know I'm missing something specifically. I know I have the song classes. Oh yes, I'm also working on a script or so for a new video that I'm working on or so. So I'm hoping I get that script done at least before the end of this week, so then I can record it on Thursday. Maybe on Thursday, maybe. But then I have to move all the rendering videos over on Friday. So I have to finish all of the rendering and all the thumbnails on Friday specifically. So I have to record stuff on Thursday for that video. If I manage to finish the script at least before Wednesday this week. Because I wanted to do a review video for Withering Waves, but then it's too late because I gave it to one of my viewers or so to see. But unfortunately that was his first time of editing, so he was a little bit overwhelmed. Well, unfortunately, I have to throw that idea out the window. So I'm going to make a video or so comparing Withering Waves 1.0, Genshin 1.0, and then Honkai Star Rail 1.0. Which one did it better? Which one was more enjoyable? You know, and all that other stuff. So I'm literally watching Genshin Impact. Like I'm watching literally Genshin Impact 1.0 videos, like literally like 1.0 videos specifically, right? And then I'm also need to watch also Honkai Star Rail stuff as well, specifically of the 1.0. I kind of remember some of the stuff, so it's not like I forgot most of it, but I kind of want to review specifically on it. And then the Withering Waves one is kind of like, you know, it's fresh and new, so I still remember it specifically. So, and then I have to write the script for that, and then I have to record it on this Thursday if I can get it to, if I can be able to record this Thursday, and then probably start editing it maybe a little bit on Friday if I can, if I'm not burnt out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's basically how I am going right now. I'm literally doing all of this stuff in the background. You know, I don't go to bed until like, I don't know, fucking 6 a.m. in the morning sometimes. Maybe 11 a.m. if I'm really want to push it. Sometimes I'll pass out in my chair at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know. And you still do 16 hours of stream? I don't do 16 hours of stream. That's very rare. I do 16 hours of stream. It's only if I'm enjoying a game or something is when I get addicted to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What kind of day do you have? I fucking wake up and like I wake up, do my hair, wash my face, brush my teeth, take a shower, maybe eat something, maybe not eat something. Sometimes I just don't have to. Sometimes I don't eat, so sometimes I skip my meals or so to work on rendering videos during my time of stream days and then all that other stuff. So yeah, no, my schedule is pretty fucking hectic, pretty fucking tight. So that's why I keep everything on a fucking leash and I can't like slack off on anything like that. And if I pass out, I pass out. I honestly can't do anything about it if I pass out. So it's just kind of like. And that's why sometimes you'll see me get like, sometimes you'll see me passing out on stream because I'm just fucking tired, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, when you guys see me like quiet for a really, really long time or something, I'm just like staring off into space or something, it's because I'm like on the verge of like passing out, you know, because I'm very tired. So sometimes my body cannot keep up and I have to tap out sometimes on streaming itself, you know, so. Yeah, no, like I'm like it's not I'm grinding, you know. I'm working hard, you know. You don't think I'm just kind of like slacking around, you know, taking it easy, you know. I want to make more content. I want to make like better, you know. I want to make better content specifically, you know. She's grinding in live, not only in one game. Yeah, because I like my passion is because I want to make better content, you know. But I have to start small in order to work my way up, you know. I can't just post one video, like a good, well edited video once a month. I can't do that, you know, because I'm not great at editing. You know, I'm terrible at editing, but I'm learning at the same time. You know, and then I have art classes, and then I want to do art stuff too, and I have to post on Pixiv because I haven't posted Pixiv in about a year or so. So I haven't done a new piece of artwork yet in about a year, so I have to do that as well. I don't even do my schedule anymore because it's so hard to like. Because the problem is like I have to do an art piece, but that takes me an entire week to make an art piece, you know? So I'm just also kind of like, oh, fuck, dude, I gotta do an art piece, I gotta do video editing, I gotta do thumbnails, and then I wanted to make thumbnails for the VOD channel, but I can't make them because I'm just too tired of trying to think of a nice thumbnail or so for the VOD channel specifically. So I'm just kind of like, I just get creatively tired for it. So I'm just kind of like, ugh, my god. I don't want to do any more thumbnails. I sometimes don't even want to look at my tablet screen. I just want to look away. So sorry about the ramble or so, but yeah, that's basically how it is for me, you know, because, you know, sorry about the rambles, you know, for this, but it's kind of like related to, you know, the Sayu thing. But yeah, and now everybody knows specifically how, you know, how I run things behind the scenes, you know. I'm only one person, okay? I'm trying my best, okay? So you know, I want to make emotes, you know, I want to make all this other stuff that I need to make for the channel, I mean, for the Discord server specifically, but my god, dude. Sometimes when you don't have the resources, you know, which is the dollar bill, you know, the green money, you know, you just gotta do it yourself, you know, so. I have no social life. I'll be honest with you. I literally have no social life. And I can tell you, and I can bring in like a few witnesses or so specifically, because I just recently started hanging out with them, but not a lot. very, very recently, but just very, very, very small, I can also bring them in here, and they will vouch for me that, like, yeah, no, this person has like zero social life.
Likely. Of course, there are
Yeah,
some
it is
people who
pretty
can
much
return
chat.
after 3 months, 4 months, a year even, and have a lot of viewers. But not everyone can do that. I know when I'm not very consistent with streaming and I don't stream for a very long time, not very many of you show up to the new streams that I do. And that happens a lot because I'm very inconsistent with streaming. Now, I do want to say
I have to be consistent. I have to be consistent because it's a grind. It's a grind. Like it's literally a grind. You know, you have to work at it. You know, if you wanna build yourself up from the ground up, you know, you gotta work your way from the bottom and go upwards. You know, so yeah, it's a grind. You know, it's a grind. I always have to be consistent. My schedule used to be Sunday through Thursday, and then I only had, you know, freaking Friday and Saturday off. But ever since I started opening up the Vods channel, and then I wanted to make a you know, this channel that I have right here specifically for like contents that I want to actually make, right? But I just haven't gone around to it because, you know, like I said, my hands are tied and everything, right? I decided to make the reaction stuff specifically to work myself, you know, to work from small and then work my way upwards, you know, make better content when I get bigger, you know, the more people who come and watch and subscribe and invest on me, you know, give me their time, you know, they'll see me flourish into something like more better, you know, in the future, you know, because that's my driving goal, you know, is to pump out the really good content in the future, right? So that's the only reason why, you know, you just gotta. That's why I've been consistent from like. That's why I've changed my schedule from Sunday to Wednesday, because I can't do all of this stuff. I can't do the rendering and the thumbnails, and then I gotta make sure I'm in good hygiene too as well. At the same time, make sure I gotta take a shower. You know, make sure to take care of myself sometimes and all that stuff. You know, make sure I'm eating properly, because sometimes I'm not eating properly. Or sleeping properly on top of that, or, you know, passing out in my chair, you know, is definitely not a good thing, right? Because my chair is very uncomfortable. I'm literally sitting on a metal, it feels like I'm sitting on a metal stool here, so Naka eats properly. Yeah. Whenever I can, you know, whenever I can eat properly, you know, so like I said, right? It's just like I changed my schedule from 2 days off to 3 days off because I really need that third day off. Like, I'm not gonna lie, or else I'm going to literally I'm going to kill myself and I'm gonna lose my mind or so. You don't need to shower. We can't smell you. I need to shower. Okay, all right.
say that being inconsistent with YouTube videos is also
Sometimes it gets hot in here, okay? All right? Sometimes I'm fucking sweating my tits off, okay? All right? So having a nice shower is very nice.
just as bad. So really, you just can't win, and it sucks.
My sleep schedule's been fucked since I worked a normal job, so hearing how hard you work makes me want to work harder. It's like I said, I am partially a workaholic. Like, I do enjoy working because I love keeping myself busy and working on a new project, working on the next project and stuff like that, and get it out the window and everything and all that stuff. But sometimes it does get to me at times, you know. So sometimes it really does get to me. So I went to work now too.
But after receiving a lot of replies, Sayu said, "Holy moly, thank you guys for your support and kind words, and I'm sorry that new issues and rough patches just come up even still. I'll explain more on stream later tonight around 8ish, but I've been trying so hard to make things work with what opportunities I have, and so much has gone poorly outside of my control or requested advice."
Yeah, that's true. You know, you gotta try it. You gotta work harder. So, you know, you're trying to make things work or so with the opportunities you have. It's the same thing for me, right? I don't think any of my like any of the song covers that I'm working on or so specifically, right? And I wanted to do it with the new microphone, right? Because I didn't want to do it with this microphone specifically, like as much as, because I've had this microphone for like almost like 10 years now, right? I wanted to, you know, I wanted to get the new microphone, and I wanted to do more song covers specifically for it because it's more for singing style, right? But unfortunately, you know, that's not working for me because I think it might be the interface that might be wrong with it specifically, right? So, you know, I have to get that. I have to see if the interface is the issue. So I have to So I'm working hard right now to get an interface, a new interface specifically, because I've had this interface, the same thing with my microphone for 10 years. So everything I have here is 10 years old now. so I just been working kind of hard specifically for it and trying to hopefully I'll be able to get a new interface soon before the end of this year. And then hopefully I can be able to get those song covers up and running as fast as I can to send them over to my friend, and then he does all that stuff. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I know some stuff for music things, right? Because I've watched and pay attention to my friends, right, that do music stuff overall, right? One of them is an actual sound sound engineer, right, that knows all that stuff specifically. So I always pay attention to specifically for those things. And like, but at the end of the day, right, I think my if it wasn't for Piloton, right, I'd probably be losing my mind or so trying to do certain things or so with VST plugins and all that other stuff. So I have to thank Piloton for him, reaching out his hand or so, specifically trying to say, hey, you know what, I'll help you out, I got you. But I told Piloton, hey, I don't have any money, but I can't give you any money, but I know once I become big, I'll definitely give you something in return, because like it's not like I'm not gonna give you anything back in return because you helped me out. No, I'm definitely gonna give you something back in return because you helped me out, and I'm gonna give something back in return, whenever I hit the lucky lotto, at the end of the day, right? So, I have to thank him specifically that he's willing to help me out, and then I also, I have to thank also my other VTuber friend, which unfortunately she's not here anymore, of course, because she has retired or so, which is Luvi. Luvi helped me out on the whatchamacallit, the video editing or so from the other music videos specifically. But yeah, I love Luby. She helped me out too specifically, and she didn't really ask anything about it. So yeah, so take care, Geekbot. Take care. Hey Eddie, how you doing there, hun? What's worse? You take the day off, then the video editing idea comes to your head in that day, then you go to edit, and the day off happens to me. Yeah. I still look at her Discord from time to time. I got the chance to interact with her. I still talk to her, so it was fun to talk to her.
It's just very frustrating, and it makes me feel like I'm not capable of being anything more than quote-unquote stuck in bad situations. But I want to keep fighting. I'm horrible at marketing things in an appealing way or doing...
Same thing as well. I'm bad at marketing too. I am god-awful, to be honest, at marketing. I am the worst. I am the worst marketer alive, to be honest. Also, at the same time, I don't think Sayu is stuck in bad situations, to be honest. Sayu is Sayu, she's done what she's did in the past. I think her past is holding against her. I think that's what I'm sensing so far. Also, thank you, Laddie. That's what I'm seeing specifically. It feels like the past is kind of like gnawing at her, what, just mark it even it's bad, kick W, just mark it as Mimi. Even I'm terrible at memes. I'm not a super meme person, so
things that are quote a viral style. But
I'm just way too calm. I'm way too calm. I'm way too chill, and I'm way too collective. So I'm not really much of a KW meme ADHD loud VTuber like every other VTuber who has like a higher pitch than me, because my vocal tone is a little bit more lower compared to the other VTubers that are out there. The other female VTubers have a more higher, tone of voice, compared to me, who I broke my vocal cords for being stupid in the past. Okay, let me be honest here. I broke mine in the past. So note to self, for those who are watching my YouTube frogs, please do not break your vocal cords, because you will you'll end up having a very, you'll just end up having my kind of voice, so very very rough kind of inconsistent tone kind of type of voice, because it kind of like it's very what's the word, I guess inconsistent or so, or kind of very shaky in the vocal cords. Not like that, you know, just a tone down Mimi. Work on your current self-loathe memes in your community. It'll grow. I don't know, to be honest.
I have
I don't
so
know
many
any of that
silly
stuff,
and
to be
fun
honest.
ideas that I want to show you all. I've been holding myself back a lot for fear of, quote, I should properly plan this out to get the best result, and to be honest, I'm not good at planning, so I procrastinate and never do it. Enough of that, shit's getting real. So I really do hope things get better for Sayu.
That's good. That's good that Sayu is kind of getting that motivation that she needs, you know. For me specifically, I push myself way too hard, to be honest. You know, I push myself hard. I'm always like super negative to myself because I know that I can improve. I know I can make things better, you know. That's how I've been, right? I've been mostly like, I wouldn't say like in a negative way, right? I should say more like in a critical, like harsh critically way. That's the better term to say it. Like I don't think negatively. I harshly criticize myself to know that I can do better. I know I can do better. And it just makes me want to push even further or so. Push even more harder, push even more further, specifically on reaching where I want to reach or so. You know, and pushing some content that I want to do, which I'm going to be starting to do one content in the future. But it's going to take me a little bit of time specifically for that video or so. And yeah, overall, that's pretty much it. I believe. Hey, Pokey. You know, like I said, it is hard. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I don't even want to get out of bed. Sometimes I just don't want to even get out of bed. But I know what I'm worth, and I'm working my butt off to know what I'm worth at the end of the day. So, anyways, sorry about the ramble or so, anything like that. But anyways, that's the end of the video. You know, I'm glad that Michi is out of Nijisanji, and I'm glad that Sayu is getting that motivation that she needs. You know, at the end of the day. So. All this in one day, Sonako's the top VTuber on VShojo. Yeah, right. Fucking Iron Mouse holds that crown. What are you talking about? me trying to dethrone freaking Iron Mouse. You crazy, to be honest. I need to start editing my own vids and clips, but I hate my voice. You gotta love your own voice. If you do not want to edit, you have to love your own voice. For me, I did voice acting in the past, so I love my voice. So I don't hate my voice whatsoever. I don't really care what other people think about my voice specifically. I know I fucked up my voice a long time ago, but yeah, I just have to live with the consequences with it. So what's the log? Another Latina can only defeat another Latina. Isn't there's not really, is she the only Latina in VShojo? She's the only Latina, right? Chédole. La única latina que está ahí en VShojo. Juela su madre. Imagínate si yo estaba ahí. No, hombre. No mames, hombre. Va a estar un culero cosa. Zentreya's Latina? Zentreya's Latina? What the fuck? I did not know about that. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Anyways, peace.